instead of just awareness marketing that they've been doing since COVID and buying all these brands. It comes on a conventional, it comes on a winch, right? You get like the conventional winch hook. The thing with the conventional winch hook, the problem that you run into is just this right here, this little safety class, a little lightweight sheet metal. So hooks were always designed for overhead lifting, right, where the load would be centered in the middle of the hook. So when it lifted, it couldn't transfer. They were never designed for pulling. So what happens when we wheel and we're off-roading, that you're dealing with tension and slack and tension and slack. And so the load can shift. These little latches can get bent, they can break off, and then you have an open exposed hook. And if you don't have that latch there, and that's exposed, and you get slack in your line, the hook can fall off. The other thing with hooks is they can tip load. So if that gets bound up into a point, that hook will want to peel itself open. Let alone the fact that there's no ratings on here, right? This thing just says forged and 3/8. There's no load rating, working load limit, minimum. You know what I mean? How do I know that's even rated for the capacity of the winch or the vehicle that I'm trying to attach?
So how's yours different?
So what we created was called closed system winching, right? In the form of using winch line shackle mounts. So they're billet machined out of USA made Kaiser billet aluminum, and then we also use titanium double shear pins to attach the end of the rope. So let me show you with those little large XXL product lines to stuff to like our standard flat link foldable shackle mount line. Everybody's favorite, right? Our Ultra Hook right through here, and then even some of our other ProLink models. So that's our XXL. We even make them for UTVs and side-by-sides and standard size Jeeps as well. So how these differ is that you're going to have that double titanium shear pin that goes in between here. There's integrated rubber pads that are on the ends of this. So what that does is as this sucks up to the fair lead surface and lays flat, there's no metal-to-metal connection. So if you have a conventional hook, right, and you're using synthetic rope and you got an aluminum fair lead, where do you put your hook? Well, if you put it out here to a shackle, you got all this rope exposed. But if you suck it up tight to the fair lead, now you got a steel hook rubbing an aluminum fair lead surface. So this eliminates the need for 99% of its life. It's going to live on the front of the vehicle anyway. So now you have a clean, slim look, but it's also protecting the fair lead surface and stowing your rope behind the fair lead. Now, when you go to use the product, one of the advantages, one of our favorite parts, right, this, like the Flatlink E, you're going to take your shackle, because your shackle is going to interface with the pin end of the shackle to the end there. Now, one of the advantages of like our Flatlink E product is that you can actually take the shackle and run it through the body of that, so you have single shackle use right off there. So if you were attaching this to like the shackle on like a bumper, for instance, right? Whereas when you have a strap, even when you got like a strap and you're trying to gather the eyelets of a strap, and you're trying to take your hook and attach that through here, and trying to get this thing to even grip onto the eyelets, well, how are you going to do that? Well, if you got to pull the shackle out anyway to go through here and attach the shackle to capture in those strap loads, then our winch line shackle mount is simply going to go through here and interface with the pin. And as soon as you tighten that pin down, nothing is going to come apart. You can drag those shackles and stuff through the rocks, do whatever. It's not going to come undone until you back the pin out through there. So that's kind of the general basis of what closed system winching is all about. Now from there, we expanded our entire product line into all innovative, patented, USA-made products, from our lines of fair leads to our full-size vehicle recovery kits. We make recovery kits for UTVs and side-by-sides all the way up to military 30,000-pound vehicles, and then also into all the synthetic rigging, soft shackles, tow straps, kinetic energy ropes. And one of the things that you'll find with every piece of synthetic rigging that we manufacture, everything has got an individual serial number and manufacturing dates for material lot traceability over the soft fibers, just like the raw aluminum that we machine our parts on. So that's what you get, the safety and reliability of USA-made recovery.
And where are you based?
Boise, Idaho.
Boise, Idaho!
So the factor part comes from precision engineering. Precision engineering is coming down to the minute details of a product to produce the best possible outcome. So that's where the factor part comes from. 55, Highway 55 starts in Boise and goes north through the entire state of Idaho. So it's not just USA made, it's Idaho made.